A win so small you'd forget it by lunch can rewire your brain's chemistry and quietly decide who wins your next 3 fights, including ones you haven't even picked yet. You beat your roommate at a dumb video game, and suddenly you're the one steering where everyone eats dinner. You close one tiny sale right before a big client call and walk in talking like you already own the room. You win a petty argument with your sibling, and somehow, 20 minutes later you're texting your boss the raise request you'd been too scared to send all month. You even notice it in traffic. You cut someone off cleanly, get away with it, and suddenly you're driving like you own the road for the next 10 minutes. That jump from a tiny, unrelated win into swaggering confidence somewhere else isn't a coincidence. It's a documented biological pattern called the winner effect, a term neuroscientist Ian Robertson popularized in 2012, built on decades of endocrinology research showing that winning itself, not skill, changes your hormones and your odds of winning again. In 2008, neuroscientist turned economist John Coates and endocrinologist Joe Herbert didn't test this in a lab full of rats. They tested it on a real London trading floor with 17 male traders. Every morning for 8 consecutive working days, they collected saliva samples and measured testosterone before those traders touched a single number on their screens. The traders with higher morning testosterone made significantly more money that day than their lower testosterone colleagues. But here's the part that matters more than the correlation. A big profit didn't just reflect the hormone, it fed it. A winning day pushed a trader's testosterone even higher the next morning, which made him bolder, which made bigger, riskier bets more likely, which pushed testosterone higher still. Coates called it a self-reinforcing feedback loop, one that can run for days, sometimes weeks, before it collides with sheer overconfidence and one catastrophic trade that wipes out the winnings from the entire streak. He later argued this exact loop, playing out across thousands of traders simultaneously, was one of the invisible engines behind the 2008 financial crash. Have you ever ridden a hot streak, at work, at cards, at literally anything, feeling more untouchable with every win, right up until the moment you suddenly weren't? Around the same era, sociologist Alan Mazur and his colleagues studied something a lot quieter than a trading floor: chess tournaments. They measured testosterone in male players immediately before and immediately after individual matches, using simple saliva swabs taken courtside, essentially, right after the final move was played. Winners' levels held steady or climbed. Losers dropped, sometimes within minutes of resigning the game, as if their bodies had already gotten the news before their brains fully processed it. But the real twist showed up in the games that followed. Players riding a win were measurably more willing to play aggressively against a tougher-ranked opponent in their next match, pushing bold openings and refusing to retreat, while players who just lost turned cautious and defensive against opponents they were just as capable of beating, even when the actual skill gap between them hadn't changed one bit. Same board, same pieces, same rules, only the chemistry was different. Have you ever noticed how one good outcome suddenly makes you brave enough to go after something way bigger than the thing you actually won, while one bad outcome makes you shrink from challenges you'd normally handle easily? Here's the why. Winning, any win, even a trivial one, triggers a release of testosterone that increases androgen receptor density in brain regions tied to confidence, risk assessment, and aggression, particularly the amygdala and areas of the prefrontal cortex involved in weighing threat versus reward. Your body isn't just celebrating. It's upgrading its hardware for the next confrontation, betting that if you won once, the environment currently favors you and it's worth pressing the advantage while the pressing is good. For most of human and animal history, this made excellent evolutionary sense. Researchers have documented the same pattern in animals as different as rhesus monkeys and cichlid fish. An animal that beats a rival for territory or a mate needs to be primed to defend that win immediately, not shrink afterward. Hesitation in the wild gets you dethroned or eaten or both. A stag that wins one antler clash is measurably more likely to win the next one, not because it got physically stronger in the 10 minutes between fights, but because its hormones told its brain to act like a winner. The problem is your modern brain doesn't check whether the next fight is actually related to the first one. It just runs the same ancient script. I won, therefore I'm stronger, therefore I should take more risk right now. That's how a good morning at the gym turns into a reckless afternoon in the stock market. How one confident first date turns into oversharing on the second. And how one confident job interview turns into an underprepared, overconfident second round interview where you assume you've already got it. So here's the 2-second gut check. Before you carry a win's confidence into a completely different arena, ask yourself, am I actually better at this specific thing, or am I just still riding the last win? Ask it before the bigger bet, the bolder email, the confrontation you suddenly feel ready for that you were avoiding yesterday. If the honest answer is, I just feel unstoppable right now, that's not real information about the new situation. That's leftover chemistry from an old one, dressed up as insight. Separate the feeling from the actual odds in front of you, and you get to keep the confidence without inheriting the blind spot that comes free with it. So think about it. When has a random little win made you feel way too invincible walking into something completely unrelated? Tell us the story in the comments. The messier and more embarrassing the better. Or tag someone you know who's clearly on one of these streaks right now, riding high off one small win and about to swing way too big on the next one.